There were tears that ran down my face, but I did not cry.
I mean, that's crying.
Every single person, every single man out there has done things worse than I've done.
Are you a feminist?
Sure.
Well, you're not, though, are you?
I believe in feminine empowerment, and I think feminine empowerment is... I have no female hate at all. I've never had negative interaction with women. No, I said they took 17 million years.
So where's the rest?
They must have taken it. I think they have it. Or maybe I lost it. I think I lost it somewhere. Luckily, it was in the winter, so the cockroaches were not too bad.
A few moments later.
There were literally cockroaches in your cell.
Correct. There was an infestation. We did our best to kill as many as we could. I did thousands of push-ups a day, every single day.
When I was in jail, I did 7,417 push-ups.
24 hours a day, locked in a single room, probably 3 or 4 steps large, and you do nothing but stare at the wall. Nobody had any real problem with me. None of the prisoners had a problem with me.
A few moments later.
There was a couple scenarios where violence could have occurred, but I think once people realize that violence is a certainty.
Are you a feminist?
Sure.
Well, you're not, though, are you?
I believe in feminine empowerment, and I think feminine empowerment is...
A few moments later.
You want to control women. You want them to be effectively your servants, slaves, for want of a better phrase.
Slaves who get Prada and get to work out in the gym and get to look good
but you understand,
while I do actual
But you understand
work.
the point.
You do that. You used the lover boy method. You said, sir...
The lover boy method?
Yep.
A few moments later.
Coercion means.
I was coerced into this interview. You came along to me and said...
You weren't coerced into this interview.
Yes, I was.
Or don't tell me, the bullying
Pierce.
MSM said, Andrew, you've got to do an interview. What do you think of what Hamas did on October the 7th?
Why are you starting the story in the middle,
I
Pierce?
didn't. I just asked you about the wider war. I'm now asking you specifically about Hamas.
I cannot professionally answer that question without talking about the context that led up to October 7th.
Well, do you believe Hamas are a terror organization?
And that's a very interesting question, but I think you're peddling asininities.
Well, just answer the question.
Can somebody do me a favor? Google asininities and find out if it's...
Just, are they a terror group?
You're peddling asininities because I'll tell you why, Pierce. Let me answer the question.
No, I'm not.
Of course you are.
It's a simple question.
That's not...
What is your reaction to what happened on October the 7th?
Sure, I'll answer the question professionally. I do not condone the loss of human life on either side.
But in terms of what Hamas did on October the 7th, do you accept that was an act of terrorism?
It's an interesting question because once
it's not
again,
really.
It is.
It's a very straightforward question.
Because you're the person who would have called Nelson Mandela a terrorist while he was still in jail, and one person's terrorist is another person's freedom fighter.
Nothing justifies terrorism on that scale. Nothing.
Is asinine.
No, it's not.
It is.
I want to ask you one more time. Is what Hamas did on October the 7th an act of terrorism?
I think, Pierce, it is peddling asininities. I think that what they are doing is seemingly deemed an act of terror by the people that the terror...
Don't use weaselly words.
They're not weaselly. Of course the Israelis think they're a terror group, and of course...
There, one more time, is Hamas a terror group who committed an act of terrorism?
I think that when you lock people in an open-air prison, you're going to have to expect
you're not going to answer.
retaliation. No, because I have...
I'm not saying it. You've made your position clear.
There's people who are... First things I want to say, Pierce.
If you don't mind me saying, I think it's spineless.
Sure.
I do. Ones where you wander around all moody with your cigar and you're topless and stuff. So fine for you.
Are you a fan, Pierce?
No, I just think it's first track.
I feel loverboy. I feel loverboy, Pierce. I'm sorry.
Well, I'm sorry.
It's fine. I remember using the last of my mouthwash. During the day, I had some rituals to...
Are you serious?